chipper because I don't know, there's something about school drop-off. I dropped off Nico at school. I had Remy with me. I had like a stroller in one hand. I picked up a coffee in the other. It's like a rainy day, like a little drizzle, but it's like not that cold outside. Ran into a neighbor on our walk home. Like, I don't know, the vibes are just really good. Yesterday was Clayton's birthday. So as part of his birthday celebration, he is taking a day trip to Antwerp today. So he got on the train, I think at like 8 a.m. this morning, and he'll be there all day, which is so fun. Like, I'm so happy for him that he can just like, that we could just go to another country for the day. Little things like that, I feel like still haven't quite hit us since we moved to Europe. It's quite a busy day though. Thankfully, Nico's in school and I actually have a babysitter coming to help with Remy because I need to catch up on work and get ahead for the week because our best friends from Nashville are coming to visit. They get in tomorrow. They have a baby as well, so we are all gonna hang out for the week. And you know, naturally I have made a Google Doc itinerary with hyperlinks because I'm a Virgo. That is my love language for people. So I thought that this vlog would be really fun if I open up my laptop and it's blippy dinosaurs. That is Nico's fixation at the moment. We're already planning a dinosaur birthday party for February. Anyway, for this vlog, I'm gonna pull up the itinerary. If you are planning to come to Amsterdam at any time, this is the list of recommendations if you wanna feel like you're visiting a friend who just moved to Amsterdam. So, you know, we're not locals by any means, but I would say that this is gonna be a less touristy list of recommendations. I'm gonna walk you through it now, but then the rest of the vlog, I'm just gonna document as we go. And I'm not the best at documenting when I'm with people because I'm just, my mind is everywhere and like we're gonna be talking and trying to catch up, but I will try to document where we go so then you can also get like a visual vibe of like, ooh, like this is what the places look like. And because we have kids and they have a kid, some of these things will be, you know, child friendly as well. I feel like I could create so many different kinds of itineraries for Amsterdam because I have so many different like parts of myself. So like there's like the wellness girly in me that has tried like pretty much every single studio workout within a certain proximity of me. Even like healthy food and drink options, I've tried all of that. So I feel like I could do like a whole vlog that was just like the health and wellness side of Amsterdam. I could make like the, if you're traveling with kids to Amsterdam version, but this is just gonna be the, you're hanging out with friends and it's almost the holidays version. Also, after school drop off, we went to Skina, which is on my list. Skina is a really cute cafe. Coffee shops here are where you buy marijuana, so you can't really call it a coffee shop. You have to call it a cafe, or else people will get the wrong idea. But anyway, this is a Marsalt candle. It just smells so good, and I was like, it is dark in the morning until, like we were walking to the door at like 8:20, and it was still like pretty overcast. So that's just winter here. So I feel like I need all the candles. So I'm gonna just light this new little candle while we chat, and then I'll take you through my itinerary. So when I make itineraries for when friends visit, I make a loose itinerary by day. I'm not a crazy person, I'm not controlling. I just have parameters so we have an idea of what the day will hold, like nap times and, you know, is someone going to school or not, like working time, just so we know what we're working with, and then we have options for the day. But no one is held to it. It's very loose because I hate a trip where everyone is stressed. Like that's not the point of an itinerary. It's just loose guidelines, okay? So by day I have that. And then at the bottom, hyperlinked, is where I have categories. So I have like coffee shop, cafes, all of them hyperlinked to the Instagram because I feel like you want to get like a vibe checked. That's like an easy way to be like, oh, like is this where I want to go? Food and wine, shopping, museums, sites, and then mind and body, okay? So, favorite cafes. I think that these friends in particular are going to love Louf, L-O-U-F, the most. Now, I love Louf because it's one of those places when you walk in, it's just like golden light, and it's like warm and cozy, and you can get one of those like buns, those like Scandi buns, and it's just like so good, and it's right near this like little inlet on the canals where there's like a little bridge, and then you can like sit there and it's just so quiet. Like I swear you feel like you're in the middle of nature, but you're also like right in the middle of the city. Love Louf. Skina, that's where I went this morning and got this candle. Very cute, like a little bit more modern and cool. They, in the summertime, have the best matcha latte. It has that like strawberry foam on top. And then they actually have a pumpkin spice latte in the fall. And you can get pea milk, which I really like. Like I always get a dairy alternative because unfortunately, dairy is not great for my skin. And so they have pea milk, which I really appreciate. Rum Baba, we have friends that work there, so it's always fun to go visit. Toki, Toki's been a classic since like we first went to Amsterdam. It used to have breakfast there, which was so freaking good. They no longer have a chef though. So it's just coffee and pastries, but it's like very big. It's a great location. Like if you're going to Noordermarkt on Saturday morning, we'll always kind of like then swing through Toki. And then there's a main street where there's Ume Studio, which is shopping that I love. And then we'll go there. So that's kind of like a classic itinerary whenever people come visit is Saturday morning. We go to Noordermarkt, which is like in the Jordan, which is this very cool neighborhood. Every Saturday morning, there's the outdoor market, which is just very Europe, very fun. All these different stalls you can go through with like food and cheese and produce and flowers and like even like clothes and stuff. There is this one spot where we get food every single time. I don't even know like what this food is, but it's this like flatbread and they put like spinach and feta and onions in it and then fold it up and warm it up, and it is just so good. So we always grab like a early lunch there. Then we'll walk over to Toki and we'll sit inside and get like a little pastry and a coffee. If you've seen in my videos like this tortoise shell little like teaspoon, those I originally saw at Toki because like all of their food and like coffee comes with that. And then there's actually a kitchen store that's like a block or two away from Toki where you can actually buy them. And on that street is also where Ume Studio is. And that is where a lot of like influencers in Amsterdam, they'll like consign their clothes. So it's really fun because it kind of feels like vintage shopping or like consignment shopping where it feels like that, what am I gonna find? Is it gonna be in my size? Like I love that hunt a little bit where you're gonna find something unique. And but you're gonna find like a really good deal because it's secondhand. And they have different levels, like things that are a little bit more designer and things that are like a Brandy Melville, but it's always really fun to go in there and see what you can find. And I just personally love shopping secondhand. I just feel much better about that. The coffee district is great. St. John is great as well. It's just the line is usually so long. It's gotten quite popular. So it's really adorable. It's great. They have like all vegan pastries, but it's really kind of annoying on the weekends to try to get in. Yusu, I don't go there as much, but when we lived in the Pipe, or we were testing out living in the Pipe last time we were here, I used to go to Yusu all the time. It's just very cute, amazing desserts and pastries that are just gorgeous. I don't have a ton of food and wine because honestly, this stage of life, we just don't go out as much, at least like at nighttime. I feel like we're always just grabbing like coffee and snacks and lunch and stuff. Cafe Twee Prinsen, oh God, I'm definitely not saying that properly. This is a wine bar in the 9 Straats. It's very cute, such a vibe. Uncommon Cafe, I love. It's mostly plant-based. I think it's all plant-based. It's just like very inventive dishes, and it's also like a cafe, coffee shop, bakery, really good vibe. Breadwinner, obsessed with their bagel sandwiches. I have a couple other spots on here that I haven't been to, but I've been wanting to try out. And then I also made them reservations at Cafe Windmills. I'll have to link it because it is so good. We went there for our anniversary and it's this like cozy little restaurant and it's right next to Louf, the bakery that I love. And it was just such a good dinner. We ate at the bar, but it was just like a really good wine and food, and the dessert at the end was mind-boggling. It was like this chocolate tort situation with like a toasted marshmallow cream on top, and then they did like a chili oil that it was in, so it was kind of like a deconstructed s'more. Incredible. Okay, shopping, we'll do Ume Studio, love Cos. Our cat here is just like really fun. And then we have like a list of different things we need to find. But basically, if you're in like the 9 Straats, which is like the 9 streets in like the canals, there's like all these streets. This strip has just like so many shops, everything you could possibly want. So we'll basically just go to that area and then like bop around and you'll find a million things. Okay, museums. I have not been to film, but our friend who's coming, he's a photographer. So Clayton mentioned it as like, it's all about photography. They'll probably go to that together. I have been to the Van Gogh Museum and it's incredible. It just like tells like the whole story of his life, and like the way it's set up you just learn so much, and it made me want to like read books on Van Gogh, watch a documentary on Van Gogh, like just very fascinated by his life. So I love that museum. I have yet to go to the Anne Frank Museum, but I think I need to be like emotionally prepared to go through that. It sounds just so incredible, the fact that you can actually go into the house where she was in hiding. And then the Rijksmuseum, I haven't actually been to yet. I've kind of been saving that for like deep winter when we can't really do stuff outside. It's this gorgeous building. You've seen it in my vlogs. Like I have biked past it so many times, and it's beautiful. It's huge. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm like a bit overwhelmed by the thought of actually visiting it. But I think when I do go for the first time, I'm gonna want to book like a tour, like at least like an audio tour or something, because I do much better at museums when I have someone like giving me the storyline. Okay, sites. We always rent a boat. We rent a boat. Clayton drives it. I should learn how to drive a boat here, huh? So we rent a boat so you can just like see the city by the canals. Like you have to if you come here. You can also, when my friend came to visit and it was just the two of us for the weekend, we just actually booked like a boat tour. And of course it's quite touristy, and you're just kind of like, okay, like there's gonna be other tourists on this boat. And at first I was like, this is a bit lame. And then it was so interesting because you have a tour guide who, as you're going through the canals, and this is at nighttime, they're like telling you all these really interesting facts about the city, which I actually really love. I just love learning different tidbits. So I actually really loved that. So either way is great. But because we can do it all as a group, we're renting a boat and we'll just like see the whole city by canal. You have to do that. Saturday morning at Noordermarkt, we already talked about that. Museumplein, so that's right, we're like in between like Rijksmuseum and the Van Gogh Museum is this like holiday market during the holidays, and ice skating. So that will just be like really cute. I think we're gonna do that one evening, and then on our way home, bike through the canal so we can see all the lights, because there's just lights everywhere right now in the city for the holidays. Vondelpark, they pronounce V's like F's here, but Vondelpark is kind of like the Central Park here. It's just like so big and beautiful. My favorite thing is that when you're walking through it, there's like little cafes just like popped throughout the park, and we can just like pop in and get like a mint tea or something, and it almost has like pub vibes, like just like very cozy. And then there are a lot of them that are connected to like a park that's enclosed, so you can have your kid play in an area that's enclosed. You don't have to worry about them like running away, and then you can order like a coffee or a tea or a wine. We'll see the canals at night with the lights on. We already talked about that. I just think we'll probably just bike through. It'd be amazing if we could rent a boat at night as well, but it might be a bit tricky with all three kids' sleeping schedules. I do kind of want to bike ride out to Ouderkerk, but this is kind of not a day trip, but it definitely will take a couple of hours, because Ouderkerk is this really cute like area just outside of Amsterdam, and the bike ride there is just so adorable. It's like very cottagey, windmills. So I have been wanting to go back there, but it just kind of depends on the weather and timing. We'll see if we make that. And then walking around the 9 streets. Mind and body, again, that could be like a whole nother vlog. My top 2 is a hypnosis or sound bath class at Oracley. Oracley is just my favorite place. It is this tiny room that you walk into that is so cozy, and there's like gongs and sound baths and just like the most yummy little setup that you just like curl up on this mat with like an eye mask and a blanket, and the teachers are just so incredible. It's very grounding. There's like a nervous system reset you can do. Stunning. Love it. Yoga at White Door Studio. White Door Studio, I went again this past weekend to a class, and I'm just like, God, this place is gorgeous. It's like these emerald green lime wash walls, and again, their classes are just so good. I've done Kundalini yoga there, yin yoga. I think they do have some like Pilates as well, but just like a stunning space. There's also this Pilates class on Fridays, I think at 10:30 at Cosmos. The teacher's just really good, and it's a mat Pilates, which I kind of miss mat Pilates sometimes. I feel like reformers are really in right now, but this teacher is so freaking good. My favorite reformer Pilates class in Amsterdam is Core 40. It's hard though, it's really good. And then Bluebirds is also really nice. I've loved so many of their classes. They have like a yin yoga class with aromatherapy. They put like the aroma in your hands and you smell it. They have like a cacao ceremony yin class, I think, like before you do a cacao ceremony where you like drink it all together and then you do the class. So just like a lot of very inventive things. But again, I think I might need to do a whole vlog on the health and wellness scene here because I'm really loving it. Okay, that was so much talking. I am going to get to work, but we'll start filming tomorrow when my friends get in and show you all the things that we just talked about. Two different coffee shops, cafes, and had all the caffeine and pastries because that's what you do when in Amsterdam. And we're gonna get Remy down for a nap and then get on our boat next.
And all the little babies in their rain covers. We're on a boat in Amsterdam. It's so cute. They put little festive greenery on the boat. But you have to do this whenever you come to Amsterdam. You have to rent a boat. You gotta rent that boat. It's Ansel's first boat ride. You gotta rent that boat. You gotta rent that boat. I actually can tell you some fun facts about Amsterdam. Let's hear it. That's so cute of you, honestly. Ansel's head popping up. Clayton, how do you rent a boat in Amsterdam for people coming to visit? Is it hard to drive it?
Search rent a boat on Google.
Okay, well which company do you go with?
I use Milk and Boot usually because it's
Milk and Boot sponsor us.
and there's a location that's fairly close to where we live, so
Okay. Is it hard to drive or do you think the tourists can do it?
tourists can do it, but I would choose wisely.
Tour guide Clayton. This is the city guide vlog. What else do you have to say about Amsterdam?
Like Amsterdam is technically like 6 feet below sea level. So you're literally at negative.
We're negative right now.
It's pretty incredible. Alright, we're gonna go up to the end of this place, turn around, and go to the cafe. Lincoln Clinic, shall we?
Yoga treats. And about to see our friend Maya.
Snail raisin.
Escargot croissant.
It's not, it's a raisin.
We couldn't tell if those are snails or raisins because an escargot is a snail, right?
I said raisin. It tastes like a raisin.
Anyway, we made it to coffee after yoga. It's all good. Life is beautiful. Yeah. Yay! We made it. It's so windy today, but we biked over to where there's all the shopping and we're gonna go into Arquette, which is like
so
3 floors, maybe 4.
That's so scary.
There's so much to be done. And then we're gonna go to like Gogh. Where else are we going?
Hey, maybe.
Maybe Hey. So wish us luck. Who knows? Okay, I was too excited trying this jacket on to document it from Samso, but I'm telling you, I put this jacket on and I gasped. Did I not?
Yes, it was necessary. It was like a little painful.
It was a little painful. It was definitely a pretty penny, but it's one of those jackets
I don't know,
that
we discounted it.
Yeah, so it's less expensive in euros than USD, so by girl math, it was about $200 cheaper than I thought it was gonna be.
So it was basically on discount is how I'm calculating it. And I also didn't get a jacket at Arquette that was $300. So it's another $300 discount. So I basically saved a lot of money.
Essentially free. We also biked here, we didn't drive.
Yeah, so I got the jacket for free. But it's one of those jackets, it's like a wool top coat that I'm gonna have for forever and I'm gonna pass down to one of my children to wear. So it was worth it. It was important.
Maybe I should get into this.
So cute, yeah, I love those. Casimiro, do you love Dylan Camille? Do you understand the hype? This is like, I don't know what it is about this store, but I could go to Dylan Camille every day. It just has everything you didn't know that you needed.
Like,
Just
should I get this? Okay. Should I get this because I just had insulin? It's like a little.
Just picked up Nico from school and had to shove all of our shopping bags
Nico
to the side.